Visualize Swamiji in our third eye and start with the Guru Vandanam. Nithyananda Paramashivam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Jagadapurusham Tatsamasya Dilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhudam Bhavatitam Trigunaraitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyananda, welcome to Kailash Courtyard Manifesting Power Session. Beautiful. It's becoming more and more bright and more people are putting lots of lights and sitting with a lot of smile. I think a lot of completions and a lot of manifesting is going on everywhere. I think that's the most beautiful space, right? Swamiji is creating the ultimate space for us. Really, the whole thing is expanding, how the whole Sangha is now manifesting powers. So many are joining us and doing the power manifestation. It's really awesome. Even when I was in Bidadi, I did not have so much of possibilities. Now I'm traveling, that everything is happening so beautiful. Okay, that's so beautiful. And every session I'm saying that somebody or other new and they are able to manifest new powers. And what I thought was we'll create a page, and I've created Kailash Courtyard Manifesting Power page for everybody to share. I've just posted the page, and that will be the world's largest power manifestation, all the posts. I'm going to collect all your power manifestation and tell the world, hey, come on, don't have self-doubt. Come on, try power manifestation. You can also, how they have transcendental meditations. They have so many yogas. So we can have a power manifestation. We are trying to build a website that will be spooned up. But till then, at least let's start with a page and showcase to the world all the manifesting powers that we've been doing. It's an awesome journey. So let's record it, because this is going to be 5 years down the line. It'll be like, oh my God, you are in that session. And yes, we are in this session, and Swamiji is giving us all kinds of powers. And if you read Jnana Paddhati, you'll be like really awestruck. What all powers, moving from one body to another body, making metal into gold. All kinds of powers are given in that Jnana Paddhati. I'm going to load that Jnana Paddhati also inside that. And you can all go through what all powers Swamiji is given in that Jnana Paddhati, and it's so awesome. And we are going to slowly start going into one by one sutra and understanding the deeper science of how we can manifest all these powers. If we get the cognition behind these powers, we can get it every time. That's why Swamiji is very particular to give the sutra behind all these power manifestations. Because if we just manifest, yes, we connect to Swamiji, it just manifests, yes, that runs on the belief system. But now with a logical life, and our brain is filled with all the cognitions, so these sutras get us grounded to what we are manifesting as reality. And then that conclusion will be there forever. If we understand how we got to the conclusion and how we moved the coconut, it will be there forever for us. We can anytime, anywhere, move anything. That should be a power manifestation. So if you have, if you understand, the coconut is a dead matter. It doesn't have life. It doesn't have consciousness. It doesn't have anything. But how is it moving? How are you able to connect to it and it starts moving? If you understand that you are not just the body and mind, you are the awareness. You are the observer. You are the witness. You are the consciousness. If any word can click with you. So that's why I'm pushing all the words to you. So the possibility that you are, and once you understand and start in any way, leave the mind out and start giving that awareness to anything in your life, whether it be a business, whether it is relationship, whether it is anything. Let's set apart all the limited cognition, whether it is relationship, whether it is business, whether it is health, anywhere. Just set apart and come to the practical understanding that life is happening as is. Today, these are the things. And as is, understand life as it is, so that the mind is not given more and more emotional traumas for it to become bigger and bigger and no, just bombard you. The whole thing is, if you keep it to as is, first thing you can keep the mind and the body to control. Okay, you're paining, please be with the pain. I understand, but be with the pain. Body, for the body. For the mind, if you are going through a trauma, you're saying this whole thing is going to crash, you be with that thought. I don't have a problem. You be with the thought. You guys sit with a limited cognition because you exist there. I understand, I consider with you, you exist there. But I live in as is, the moment to moment to moment. I am going to bring awareness to the whole thing, the consciousness. I am Paramashiva. I am ultimate. Nothing can be taken away from me. Whether you call it pain, whether you call it wealth, you call it relation, nothing can be outside me. Everything is added in me, so I exist. Bring that awareness more and more. Understand the whole. Are you able to hear? Nithyananda, can you hear me? Yes, thank you. So the whole space that I was saying about, bring awareness, witness, or observer, or consciousness, anything that you do to the whole thing that Swamiji has given us, that oneness space. Once you bring to yourself, you understand the deeper of you. Swamiji goes to the one step deeper when he says unclutch. He goes to the scene itself. Even the scene can be taken care, not the seer, but you can change the scene itself when you bring the awareness to that. When you unclutch and look from the conscious space, you go into the extraordinary space. The way the whole thing, matter starts behaving for you is completely different. Once you're in that space, the restful awareness space, then connect to Swamiji. Then you'll see everything happening as the manifesting powers. How we roll an object, it's the same thing you're doing any manifesting powers. There is no difference between rolling a coconut on somebody's hand and doing any power. Swamiji says everything uses exactly the same thing. It is not like if you're going to do something like materialization, you have extra power, and you're doing third eye, it is extra power. No, all have, even the brain starts showing the same level of the gamma level. So it's the same thing. How we use our mouth to drink, to chew and eat something, we do multiple things. The same way, the third eye uses the whole awareness that we create, the consciousness. I am Paramashiva. I am very clear, I am going to be the Paramashiva. No incompletion, no powerless moment. I am ultimate. First, declare your state and then connect to Swamiji from that wonderful space. Then you see how much you will be manifesting, whether wealth, health, happiness, any areas that you want in life. Bring that awareness consciously into that. Once you bring awareness, you'll be very active. You can't say, I will bring awareness during the power manifestation and then go back to my lazy sleeping. It doesn't work. It is continuous. It is a observer. It's going to happen 24/7 through you. You have to be aware of what's happening inside you constantly. That is why it is called awareness. That is why it is called witness. That is why it's called an observer. Unless you are observing, and that's why I said CC camera, because continuously the feeds are going in. It's not that you finish your job, it's gone. No, we are continuously deciding to live active life. Instead of brooding over, instead of complaining, instead of finding reasons, all this, pack it up and give it to the mind. Let it do everything. We are not that old. Swamiji is going to live 200 years and we are going to be with him 200 years. So let's prepare ourselves for that. So understand he's going to give more and more breakthroughs that you're going to live 200 years. Let's get prepared for that. Don't think you have any gates outside. It's not possible. So get yourself understood that the most possible and most sweetest space that you're going to be manifesting more and more powers, more and more possibilities, and living in this beautiful space. So the whole thing is getting to be with as is in life. That is what Swamiji uses. And then connecting, being in the awareness, active. Whenever we are active in anything, meticulously doing things, then we are aware of everything. Where we miss out is we miss out the meticulous. We think it's okay to say that will happen itself. We don't have to check it. We don't have to do it. Every casuality that it's okay statements, the laziness which goes on, which brings the awareness down and down again to the boredom, tiredness, and irresponsibility, everything. If we are going to be active and aware, then nothing like it in any dimension we go. Swami says, anywhere you are focusing, that's going to be success. More and more, bring the awareness to that. More and more meticulously start becoming active with that. And then manifesting the whole reality in that. Because the more I'm aware, I'm going to see, oh, this is not fine. Oh, that has to be corrected like this. This has to be done like this. I will be actively participating with life. That is awareness. What's awareness? Actively, we are participating, become a player in life. Instead of taking the back seat and sitting and watching, we are the real active person, because it is not because I'm forced to do something, because I'm aware of what is happening around me. Because the thought comes as what expansion is there for me for next level. Because of that, because I got a click that it's going to make a big success. Because of that, the whole thing gives us a next push to the next dimension. That is what I'm talking about as an awareness, as a consciousness, as much ahead. And it's not hard work. It's not work. Don't confuse with the work. Oh my God, I have to take up more work. No, it is not about you working. You being aware of the work which is happening. You being aware of what you're doing continuously. You being aware who is doing behind the five senses. Who is feeling? Who is seeing through the eyes? Who is seeing through the skin? Who is that inside? Being aware of that. That is what we call it, continuous awareness of where you are, the witness or observer or whatever clicks with you. We need to understand how we can be continuously beyond this mind and body where we exist even now. We agree very much that whether it is breathing or whether it is food digestion or the blood going through all parts of our body or the brain functioning, we are very clear that consciousness is doing it. Because if it is not doing it, it will be a dead matter. Something is happening. But who is that which is making that happen? How is it happening? Same thing if we understand that it's also happening through me as conscious will. That I am consciousness. I am Paramashiva. I am how I will be seeing, oh, this is the whole thing which is happening. More energy, more awareness, more profound looking into everything will start happening. The more you are aware of things, the more you're going to have a breakthrough in everything. Instead of getting into the incompletion part of, we are only focusing on being aware of what it is. Oh, this is bad. Be more aware of that. And it will start changing. The minute you are aware of something, the whole scene starts changing. And once you chant the Mahavakya, connect to Swamiji, you can change the way you want to also now. You can change the scene as to what it should be. Once you bring the awareness and then connect to Swamiji and then chant the Mahavakya, the object moves. That's exactly how the object consciousness over matter is happening. That's the same thing you're going to do in the business, the same thing you're going to do in the relation, the same thing you're going to do in the health. Health is even more better because nothing can add to me, nothing can be taken away me. I declare nothing can happen to me. So once you declare, there will be not a cold in your body. There not a cold you will experience in your body. It's so beautiful. Even if you find it little disturbed, nobody even can say that something is even a little bit upset in your body because you have declared it. Many times I've seen the kids will have very high fever. They will come in front of everybody complete. That very minute their fever will just crash down. Within 5 minutes, they'll be normal. They'll be running around. In Gurukul, this is how we have done many cases. This is a normal behavior. Now they even believe that they cannot get hurt, they cannot get sick. They are very clear about those things. How they are very clear, they take krama, they live a lifestyle of beautiful manifesting powers. They are very clear they cannot get sick. They cannot get sick, they cannot get fracture, anything. They'll just fix it because they know that everybody fixes it and they are also fixing it. They live a community like that itself. Same way, it's so beautiful. Once you declare that, yes, I can fix my body is a hospital. Nothing can get added to me, nothing can be taken away from me. So I am matter. I can put the matter together again. How you put the Lego set again, that whatever you get it, the same thing I can put it together. And with Swamiji in oneness, I'm going to heal the whole thing. So we are going to write today how in every areas of your life, how you're going to bring that activism, awareness or consciousness that I am Paramashiva. You're going to write now. It will take few minutes. In your life, whatever you're seeing, whether it's relation good or bad, even if it is good, go ahead and see what happens when you put the awareness. I am conscious, I am Paramashiva. Now I'm going to put it in this. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to watch it in detail, in micromanaging what all is happening between the relationship or between the partners, between the work, whatever you want. Let's see what happens. Only auspicious things will happen. That's what Swamiji says. So let's see what happens. So please take few things, at least 5 to 10 things in your life, whether it's happening good or not happening, whatever you want, put the whole awareness. That means from now onwards, you're going to be meticulously with that context, what you're declaring. Once you declare, you're going to be active with that, making it a reality continuously for you. That's all you're going to do. But the whole thing, what it takes to the shape, you're going to see that. Whatever thought currents come for that, you'll be executing for that. Okay, let's take a few minutes. Let's have the Mahavakya. Paramashivam. Yes, no, thank you. Chaitanya. Yes, we'll go to the sutra. We'll understand the sutra and the explanation. Today will be the last day for third eye, particularly this sutra, but we'll be having other third eye sutras. We have tons of power manifestation to do. Just be with us for a minute. We'll just get that. This sutra talks about three things. One is the gratitude, one is beyond the five senses, and it talks about the second person as us, the consciousness, rather than just the body and the mind. That's why this is taking a little longer, because I want you to get this sutra very clearly before we move to the next sutra. This is really beautiful.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye awakening is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34, Dharana 11. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manasodadhyat lakshaye lakshamuttamam. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manasodadhyat lakshaye lakshamuttamam.
So in this sutra, Swamiji gives the statement that by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center, sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind and inner space, through the power of third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Lakshayam, by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attains the space of oneness with Swamiji. Here he talks about the mind and on the inner space within the crown center. That is when in gratitude, how the mind just merges, seeing how beautifully that Swamiji manifests through us. The ultimate goal is not something end, ultimate is not end, it's the beginning of the extraordinary, the awesome experience that you're going to have from being as a living as a being rather than just a human. You're going to live as a being, a continuous tense, an awareness, observer, or a cognition, how you're a consciousness. These are the ultimate goals. By having the vision beyond the five senses, we are stuck with the five senses that gives us input. But the same five senses, when you start understanding who is looking through it and looking as is, what is happening, we will be able to reveal any object or any place attaining the space of oneness with Swamiji. So this ultimate space with Swamiji is the beautiful space that we can experience the state of Sadashiva, the powers of Sadashiva, and the oneness with Sadashiva. This gives us the microcosm and macrocosm, how we can manifest all the powers. Today we are going to try different powers, that a lost object or object very far, like even you can do the distance between planets, or the size of the planet or number of stories in a skyscraper, anything which is far off, and any drawing of a garden or any places that you know that you have not been, and do the third eye reading, of course, all the shapes, colors, and the words and everything. So it is going to give you a breakthrough when you understand from the cognition. The whole thing is how you are aware of it. That brings the life to it. How the coconut starts moving when you bring the awareness to it. And connect to Swamiji, the Mahavakya, that's it. It's like now you're all watching the Zoom. Just the Zoom cannot give us any idea, but the internet behind the Zoom is giving you this whole thing experience. Same way, all your five senses, the consciousness behind it is giving the whole idea of how we exist. The senses itself cannot do anything. The eyes cannot do anything. When I connect the consciousness, I am Paramashiva, to Swamiji, then I become functionable. Same way the computer, internet, how it is connecting the Zoom. Zoom as such doesn't do anything. It's an app. Like that, you can use hundreds of apps once you know how to connect your consciousness to matter. Once you connect your consciousness to matter, you can start manifesting all the powers of Sadashiva. So in this, if you have any questions, you have any doubt, you would like to say something, please go ahead and ask the questions, or your experience, any experience that you have. Yes, anybody has any questions or whatever you've written down, even that you can share. You can share it in the chat also, whether it's good or bad or whatever. Just you can share it and see in few days what's happening in your space and how it's expanding. Yes, please go ahead, unmute and go ahead. We have a few minutes. Then we'll start the power manifestation.
No, this is Satish here. Just had a question. How do we connect consciousness to matter? Like being aware, yes, but how do we consciously connect to matter?
Mahavakya. Once you're aware that this is a coconut, that's all you need to be aware. What else you will do? This is a coconut in front of me. The coconut has to move. Okay, now I'll chant Mahavakya and connect to Swamiji. Oneness with Swamiji, it will start moving.
Okay.
It not even moves, it breaks. My coconut broke. It's not moving. So how you want to, you have to be very, very clear in the instruction, that's all. Once anywhere you put your attention, you become the observer of what is happening around you in life. We are so unconscious, that is the only thing. Just in laziness and boredom and tiredness, these three out of our life, we will be so beautiful and alive, and all the time we'll be doing something or other and making somewhere some breakthroughs happening. So that's all we need to put. Just be aware of what's happening there meticulously. If it is your company, go into deeper and deeper and see what's happening. Yes, anybody else would like to share?
Atma Sindhuriya.
Yes?
Ma, can you talk something
Can you come closer?
Oh, can you talk something about consciousness and prana? For example, a dead butterfly or a dead pet. Putting awareness into that and consciousness to that.
You want to make a dead butterfly alive?
Yes.
Yes, you can connect to Swamiji and you can manifest that as a power. Once you understand, these are the things which Swamiji is saying, right? So you have to be it depends on your self-doubt, your holding, how you're holding everything. Why we are giving only simple things is because we are refusing to hold that space, right? Once you hold that space, if you see kids, they do it. Whether it is in Gurukul, whether it is a butterfly or whether it is a rain, they will just go chant the Mahavakya and then they'll stop the rain, they'll go across to the temple And then nobody has a raincoat in 10 years. I have never used a raincoat or a sweater or umbrella, nothing in the Adinam. The only reason is I'll tell the kids, they'll chant, they'll stop it, and we will go. And we have demonstrated many times to these people who have come for the session and all that. And because Swamiji does, the kids just copy him and they also start doing all these things. So yes, you can play with all these things, all the nature, all the power manifestation that's given. That's what I'm saying. If you read the Jnana Padhati, it says outer body experience, that you can drop this body and take another body also. You can go and sit inside the butterfly. Not only give the butterfly life, you can go and occupy yourself in the butterfly also. Jnana Padhati is taking us to the ultimate dimensions possible. So Swamiji's oneness, we can do anything, ma'am. We can just, that is why it's called possibility. So let's start with small things, and voila, wherever you want to explore, that's up to you and Swamiji, that's all. If the bones can fix itself, why not butterflies fly?
So Ma, prana,
right?
use the word prana and consciousness and awareness in one same.
Prana, consciousness, awareness, everything is just the same. You call it soul, you call it Atma, you call it awareness, you call it observer, you call it witness. All these are referring to us to wake up. That's all. Come on, wake up to reality, live as real as possible. Be alive. That is what is most important. The tiredness, boredom, and we have wasted too much energy in the mind and the body. If we are just letting go those and live as is, without exaggerating any of the mind or exaggerating any of the body, just living as is, the life will be so beautiful, and we'll be more manifesting life with lots of awareness and everything. We'll start focusing on building life. Life is an energy. If we go on dissipating it with all our ideas, views, problems, go on pulling the energy out, then what would remain, right? So just be with as is and start putting awareness, and slowly the fluttering period will also settle down, and you'll know how to manifest whatever you want in life. And humming the Mahavakya, chanting the Mahavakya, we start really manifesting everything for us.
Thank you, ma'am.
From parking lot to what all, the lollipop to parking lot to anything the kids manifest. One girl, she is very good in getting parking lot in cities. She'll chant Mahavakya, there'll be a space and she'll go park the car. Mother will park the car. Every time it happens. So each one calls Swamiji for different purposes. If you're living in New York City, you'll know how it is so important for you, because Bangalore City is just like that. Yes, anything, we are going to go into the next powers. That is why we want this session again and again to reiterate, and all of you to post in that group, so that we go on collecting and telling the world. First, we ourselves read that many times and see, oh my God, hundreds of people manifesting. It can't be that I cannot manifest this. Let me manifest today. We'll come to a beautiful conclusions when we read so many of it, right? So that is why I'm creating the group, and actually Swamiji blessed the group, and we are adding all your testimonials and your clicks and your post on that. You can become a group member and start posting everything. Okay, so let's go to the power manifestation, and then we can share our experiences. Be with this cognition today, and through this, move the matter, that means the third eye, and start scanning the whole wide world. You can go to universe, you can go to the world. Let's start scanning and seeing the numbers, the shapes, the smell, anything you see, just start noting down and see who is seeing through you. Whenever you're looking or doing anything, keep the awareness who is behind it, the internet behind the whole thing, the higher intelligence behind the whole thing. Your awareness on that. Okay, let's start the Mahavakya. Let's visualize Swamiji in the third eye and chant loudly and manifest all the powers.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
Yes, ma, thank you. Let's,
Paramashivoham.
yeah. Slowly remove your eyeband. Beautiful. Okay. Every day, so many people chanting. All these chanting minutes, we added to the chanting, and it goes towards the peace of the whole peace project they are doing also. All your chanting goes towards that. Every day, about 250 to 300 of us chanting 15 minutes. It's about like 108 times. So an average. No, we count it and we post it as a piece also, so that it works towards the global peace, and such beautiful space for anything. If you keep it, becomes reality in this time. Yes, please go ahead and share whatever you saw and what Swamiji showed you today. Kathy, so many people are there. New people, start sharing. Yes, ma'am. Who wants to share first? See, the kids, I have to keep a management. Otherwise, they all, I was asking one person to share, and Tracy goes, me. And then Mihir goes, me. You should become like that. It's so much fun to be active and start saying, whatever Swamiji is showing me this. I don't know what it is, but this is what he's showing me. Let's start somewhere. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, Mark, can I ask, is when you're moving a coconut, is the coconut consciousness?
Yes, go ahead and ask.
When you're moving the coconut, is the coconut consciousness?
What consciousness? Sorry, I didn't get you.
Can
you just type it?
Like the coconut is matter. Is it like consciousness as well?
what is everything is consciousness. Anything you're talking about, if it is a place that you're talking about, yes, everything that exists is consciousness. That is why it is existing. Otherwise, it won't be existing at all.
Oh yeah, no, cool. So you come in cosmic oneness with everything, yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. That's
Yes.
all. It's all good. Thank you.
Yes, everything that exists, what all we can see, what we can hear, the past, present, future, everything is a manifest of Sadashiva. And everything is consciousness, and that's why the whole beautiful 7 billion people, if Swamiji has to make them manifest, just imagine what kind of a space it is. The whole, it's like asking, that's what I was saying, like a fish in an ocean. Everything is water, right? The fish, the whole world is water. Like that, we live in a conscious space. Everything is consciousness and awareness. Everything is a witness happening continuously. Yes, Aya, thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
Yes, anybody else? Can you go ahead?
Hi, this is Kathy. And I just want to
Yes,
say
ma'am.
how grateful I am for these classes, being in the courtyard with Swamiji and you. It just every day feels like something new is opening up and being peeled away in me. And I really like that. So today we had our International Yoga Day celebration at the temple. And like 2 days ago, they said there was an 80% chance of rain. And so at that point, I asked, can you please hold off the rain until later in the day? And we had the most beautiful, gorgeous day for our yoga day that there could ever be. And then this morning, like my trip to the temple is like 18 miles and there's 28 stoplights. And usually I have to stop a lot and, there's a lot of traffic and it's kind of irritating. But this morning I just thought, gosh, wouldn't it be so nice if I just had a nice trip to the temple? And I was almost there and suddenly I stopped and thought, I have not hit one single stoplight so far. And there's hardly any traffic out. And it was just a joyful bliss to make that trip to the temple this morning. And then my GPS has been accurate every time I've done that. And I'm beginning to see more. Like today when I was looking at some, words in that, I kind of was thinking of something else, and then I just looked at the page and the number 7 popped in, and that's exactly what it was. So, so I'm so grateful for everything that's occurring here. Thank you so much.
That's so nice, Mom. You being so aware of the number of the traffic light, I am so amazed. So it's really, that is what is awareness. So be in the listening and be aware of what's happening. You will be in oneness with everything, and you can see, only when we are aware we can feed in the energy into everything. That's all, as simple as that. Or if you're not even aware of something, how would you give the energy to that to become fine? And we know how to get incomplete with everything, but we don't know how to become complete with everything. The complete with everything is the consciousness. So let's not anymore worry about the incomplete with everything. Let's get complete with everything and all possibilities of completion. Let's create more and more completion that it will manifest as reality. Thank you so much. That's a wonderful sharing, Ma. Please make a post and add it to the whole thing. Stopping the stoplight. If we keep on going like this, we can stop the stoplight, we can stop the rain. People will go
yes, I did. I stopped
Oh
the
my
rain
God.
too. Yeah. Because it was 80% chance of rain and there was, it was just nice clouds.
Ma, you're a power manifester, so we should have a car tag of power manifestors. When power manifestors are around, you can expect anything to happen.
Yes.
That's wonderful, Ma. Thank you so much. That's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, anybody else would like to share? See how much joy it is when somebody shares. It's like you also experience the same thing, because you start mirroring into them and it just happens. But Saritama, no driving car with a blindfold. Your daughter was saying, but no doing all that, please. Then I'll get into problems. What are you teaching in the class? So I do not recommend that. Let me be very clear. Your daughter was like, oh my God, my mother is driving with the blindfold. Don't worry, she won't do that anymore. Okay. Anybody else? Can we take a couple of minutes and share? Anybody share wants to? Yes, Ma. Go ahead, share, Ma.
I want to share, Ma. This blindfolded, I bought it a year back. Are you able to hear, Ma?
Yes, Ma.
And
Yes.
I kept in my suitcase. Somehow I forget where I kept. I was searching from 1 week. I didn't find it. In session, I asked Swamiji, where is it? Swamiji showed me that is in U-Haul box. I have some boxes in my home. Then I went and searched after our session complete. Just now I searched it, it was there.
See, it can be lost and found things also you can find. That's so cool. So you use your third eye. Don't go for searching anything. That's wonderful. Yes. See, Devi? Okay, thank you. Yes, Ma, we'll end with the Purna Mantra. Please update this page today, what all you have. Also, you can post it there. So it'll become an awesome thing. The problem is where people exist and still in doubts, it really will help them. So to really push into the next level, that's why I'm asking all of you to post in that page. So it becomes really awesome for everybody to read and experience the whole thing and start manifesting all the powers. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Swamiji. Let's sit straight, close our eyes, visualize Swamiji in our third eye, and end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Bhagwaan Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, guys. Nithyanandam. See you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Nithyanandam, thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank
you, Ma.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma.
Nithyanandam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma.
Nithyanandam.